Welcome, everybody, to the Chinese Grand Prix located at the Shanghai International Circuit. This circuit comprises of 16 turns, 2 DRS zones. This race will be 28 laps long. It's a 5.4-kilometre circuit located around 8,200 kilometres from Melbourne, or if you're from Sydney, 7,900 kilometres. It's a fast circuit with some tight turns. It's really going to test our drivers, especially on lap one. Welcome, Dion. What are we going to see? We're going to see your fastest lap?
Yeah, thanks
shortly?
for having me. So yes, here we are. Not my fastest lap as such that I've done in time trial mode, but one of the quicker ones. I do get ahead on this lap, but yeah, China's quite interesting. I think turn one is very, very tricky because it's this long sweeping corner that then snakes into another turn. So I think after lots of trial and error, you can see I brake early here, start downshifting to fourth, then to third, and then finally to second, and sort of coast through the rest of the turn. Accelerate a little bit out here, brake again, and then accelerate out of this turn. So I think that is probably the most challenging turn in the whole calendar. Honestly, I think this will be really interesting to see what happens on Tuesday night as we race. I think another really interesting part is here. So if you turn in right, you can take the turn full throttle, but you've got this really long, windy turn followed by another kind of windy, high-speed turn. So if you can nail that part, you'll gain a lot of time on other drivers, and if you mess it up, you're gonna lose time, obviously. But I think those two are the most challenging bits of the track, and then you've got some very long straights as well, which I think will give a lot of drivers some opportunities for overtakes, which we're hoping to see. So here's one of the long straights, one of the DRS zones, which we'll see kick in a second. So it even kicks in like once you're in eighth gear. So really high speed, overtaking opportunity here, long straight, with a very hard braking speed trap. And then we come round to the starting line, which is another long turn with some opportunities for overtake. So I get ahead 0.3.5 seconds, above my delta, so 32.4 here. But my quickest time was 32.2. Pretty happy about that. Number one on the leaderboard at the moment. Alvi hasn't done a lap, so I'm expecting him to beat my time. But let's have a look at the time trial results so far.
Ooh, Dion. So far you're 132. So do we think Alvi could break the 131s? Or maybe even the 130s?
I think he probably can, yeah. We'll see how he goes if he decides to do a lap or not. But really great to see Greg in second place. And not much time at all between Greg and Andre. Like what's that? 100th, less than one hundredth of a second. So really tight competition there. And then Julian in second. Really close times actually, with the top six all within a second or so.
Yeah. I think it's going to be interesting qualifying, and then definitely an interesting race. But yeah, just looking at that, the Haas's, where you say that both Haas drivers are up the top. Andre there pulled out a good lap. But I think it's going to be about setup. Do you go for a setup that's better through those sweeping corners, or something more high speed and then sacrifice some time around the corners? It's going to be up to the drivers to decide.
Yeah, that's right. And I think it's just important to find out what works best for you. I've tried a couple of different setups, and I think I tried one that you gave me, one that I've been using normally, and I think the one that I'm using normally works better. So again, it's all driver preference. So get in there, have a practice, and see what works for you.
Yeah, and it's going to be last race of the season. It's going to be really tight to see. I think McLaren are looking good for constructors, or looking, to make up some, if they can get another good finish.
That's right. I'm fourth on the championship thanks to Johnny and Jordan not showing up last week, which allowed me to move from fifth to fourth. And I worked out if Johnny doesn't win any points and if I come first, I could get into third. So it's not impossible, but very, very unlikely if Alvi and Jordy are going to be driving on Tuesday night, which I believe they are. So I think first and second are pretty much tied up for the championship. Third, I
It's a
think it's
maybe.
tied up as well, but it's a big maybe for me to get third at this stage. Um, yeah, but I think it's pretty much Liski's Johnny's position. So yeah,
But as we said, anything could happen in turns 1, 2, and 3. So I guess Tuesday night, last race of the season. Yeah, hopefully we get a full grid, and yeah, good luck, everyone.
yeah. Well, thanks for watching. Hit that like and subscribe. And we'll see you next
Most
time.
definitely. All right, thank you.